Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and welcome back to the Ni No Kuni, the Wrath of the White Witch Let's Play. And if you did miss out during the last one, well, the Mummy Tummy Dungeon is finally completed. We went and helped out with the Liddies, and we went and battled out with the boss known as the Royal Jelly, which surprisingly was a little bit of another one of those tricky bosses, but however, we managed to go and plow right on through that one, and we're all done with all of that. We got a lot of spells from the Fairy Godmother as well, too, from that little mission that was going on from here. And now what is going to be happening and transpiring within this episode for today is that we're going to be going and starting to make our return back to Autumnia. But before we can actually go and do anything around with there, I do want to go and do one thing for this episode, and that is to start heading on into our very first of these type of bounty missions that are going to happen. And now surprisingly, this one one mission that we're going to get ourselves into with is going to be somewhat pretty hard, if I have to say so myself. And this is going to be for a specialty type of equipment that we're going to be able to go and pick up. Now, I didn't realize around within this type of episode until like after when I was done with everything that it seems like the equipment that I had to go and literally find for one of these particular type of bounty missions actually does not really go and help out on any of my characters at all that too much. Unfortunately, it actually brings the stats down a lot compared to what some of my other different stats are, for what some of my familiars are going to be all about. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of different things like stuff from Ding Dong Dell, from the Moon area. But since we're already around within this type of general vicinity around the Fairygrounds at this point in time, I wouldn't mind actually going into some of these different Fairyground type of missions and head on into one of these. Now, we got ourselves with the Researcher Ruins. Now, this is going to be something for us to go and head on over to a place known as Shipwreck Shore. I think this is actually one area that you guys did not actually get to go and see me head off into with. I actually did do this a little bit, I want to say, off recording. I think during my time, I want to say, like, maybe before we actually head off into the one destination, into reaching into the Omnia particular part until like Shadar when it showed up. But that was the one thing that you guys did not actually get to go see. But now you will be seeing that here within this episode for today. And however, not only that, but we're also back over at where the weapon shop is to get ourselves with the Gale robes to go and throw that onto, I want to say, for Chloroborus there, and boost them up a little bit more with the extra defense buff that is going to happen here too. So let's go and just sell off that snake type of suit that's there, because we don't really need that as it is. And I think that's about it here. So with all that being said, let's go and head back to our repaired ship and finally be able to go and sail the 7 seas once again. Now, within these two videos, not only are we going to be doing out here with Ni No Kuni, but we're also going to be jumping into some more of the Final Fantasy X Let's Play. This, however, we are going to be battling out on some sort of crazy L-bed robot that's going to happen. And now, during this particular part of the video that is going to happen here within Final Fantasy X, you guys are not going to be seeing me to be able to get a special item from this robot. So you will have to go and see that within the next type of video that's going to happen afterwards in Final Fantasy X. So that'll show you guys what that said item is going to be from that robot that you guys are going to see within the video for today, though, however. And yeah, now, even though that we would have left Drippy behind, and we literally thought that he wasn't going to be showing a backside up with us here, seems like he actually is going to be coming alongside with us for the remainder of the time within this game as well. But yeah, so we're not going to be leaving out without Drippy here, of course. Now, Drippy does have an interesting move known as Tiny Tears, and I believe that is something that we are going to maybe be seeing once in a while within our time throughout different battles. I don't know if it's like something of like some sort of move that kind of happens, like if your whole entire party is always about to be down and out, then he kind of like uses that as like a backup type of move or something. But I have seen it before during like the time like after when I was done with within this episode though. Now, our first bounty mission that's going to be happening is that we are going to be having to deal with some sort of type of Colossus type of enemy that's going to be out here. And he is going to be very big and very defensive type of guy. He is very buff compared to like how our other familiar was, like with Megalith here. And that's going to be taking quite a little bit of some battles for our way. But we are going to show that off to you guys, though.
The eye
And it seems like we're back over at where the White Witch is going to be once again, and it seems like Shadar has to go and do some more explaining about what he just went and did was wrong. Like, his Eye of Storm went and caused out a problem that got us shipwrecked, so at least that's the one good thing that's going from him. Like, the battle that he went and did at least twice, the one over in Old Smoky and the one that even happened before Autumn Nia, he didn't really do anything all that too much of craziness that was happening from there to begin with. Now, while we are going through this segment here, I don't know if you guys have literally seen anything that was happening so far, since this is February 21st right now during this actual recording that I'm doing here. The Nintendo Direct has finally dropped, and there has been some interesting games that I am a little bit looking forward on into with. There is the not Final Fantasy, but it's actually known as Fantasy Life. I don't know why I got Final Fantasy in my mind. Well, probably that's because of me doing Final Fantasy X, but I do have Fantasy Life that is going to be having a pre-order that is happening there. That's for the I think that's like another new type of game. I don't think it's like a remastered or anything. But there is going to be a remastered Monster Hunter Stories, I believe. That is going to be the first game, which I believe was meant for the 3DS. But now it's going to get a port over to the actual Nintendo Switch itself, which I may probably be going and doing that as a series. Maybe once I'm actually finished here with Ni No Kuni 1. Because that's like almost exactly like how Pokemon kind of works in a way.
Making a wand disappear is the simplest of parlor tricks.
So apparently he stores some sort of item or some sort of person, I guess, and we can't really go and figure out where this guy's going to be. So that's going to be the only one problematic issue that we're going to try and have, is that if we're going to try to complete off with this game, well, we need to find this particular person that's going to be here, or item that Shadar is actually talking about here. And there is going to be a new Super Monkey Ball game, though. That's going to be very exciting for the Nintendo Switch. I think it's called like Banana Rumble or something. So you have like your own little like battle royal type of like mini game that also happens. And I think there's also like new stages that are going to be showing up as well too. Pretty interesting from there. Morningstar, huh? So is that like somebody that, well, I'm pretty sure that that's the person, right? But also, too, what was really strange is that one of the different, like, type of people that normally kind of hang around with the White Witch, I don't know if that person's, like, being somewhat of, like, a double trader or something within the, within that whole area, but this is a new type of destination here. This is right before the Shipwreck Shores. This is where you can find some new type of familiars here. Come on. And I want to say, however, we are going to be getting one of these brand new familiars as a part within our list of teams that we do have here. So at least the Cut Loose move is doing a little bit of some damage, though. So there we go. We're going to set down a little bit with some Gunther here. Hopefully that's going to work. Now, speaking about with Gunther, though, I did go and see a little bit of Monday Night Raw, and I did go and check out with the Jey Uso versus Gunther battle, and I thought that was really cool. But, however, let's go and see what else we got here. So let's go and finally get another befriend already taken care of with. Nice. So welcome aboard, Barbarian. Now, I believe this is the same type of sheep enemy that we saw before back in the Ding Dong Dell area, but now this is his second Evo that's going to happen within here. Alright, so let's just go and remove this off, and this is going to be another one of these online friends of mine, because I just went and figured out that I don't think I ever named around with this guy just yet, but we're going to go and name this after Zakairo Enigma. I want to say that he's also another online friend as well too, and he also does other Let's Play content. I think he does like Final Fantasy and other things of that type of nature. It's been a while since I haven't really checked out his channel for quite some time, but yeah, if you ever have a chance to go and show that, well, show some support, go and show it off to that guy. Alright, so let's go continue a little bit more within this little mini island here, and I think there's actually one other new guy that we have not seen just yet. Now, you guys may probably seem like this guy is going to be somewhat familiar. Again, another one of these Ding Dong Dell area people. But this is also probably his second form as well. I know that we went about out with one of these type of guys the last time that went and put us to sleep, which that was not fun. Yeah, so we don't get ourselves put to sleep again by these guys at all whatsoever. But it's actually pretty interesting that we actually do get to go and find out where one of these other type of specialty starters that Solomon was able to go and give us was actually right around here in this location. But yeah, that was like the one other type of starter that I didn't really like myself to go and pick up with, because there was nothing that had anything of like metamorphosis evolutions from this type of starter or nothing from them. But yeah, Boggly Boo and Shonky Honky, though, they're actually two really good guys. If you ever want to go and add them to your team. If you ever are going through the Temple of Trials. But yeah, let's go and reach back to the boat. And let's go and do a little bit more of some sailing now. Yeah, so by this time, you should be able to just go and kind of go around the whole entire area around in this whole place. And you should be able to just go and do all types of exploring if you want to before even heading off into your next location. But here we are, Shipwreck Shores is finally located in this way. Now, the last time when I went and showed up here, I never got to go and see this weird type of Colossus enemy, but now he's finally here within this location. And let's go and finally see what's going to happen from here. Now, this guy is going to be really defensive, and when you guys go and see this battle, I'm not going to be able to even, like, physically touch this guy all that too much, just with the amount of how much attacks I have. So, we're going to go outside for Cable with the Cut Loose, and how much damage is this going to even do at all, really? Only 8 damage. Yeah, this guy is absolutely defensive. So just make sure they have a lot of items, or at least some sort of thing to kind of help you along within your journey here. And we'll just make sure to keep on cutting loose as best as we can around. So after a little bit of some time, like, we're starting to whittle him down pretty well. And it looks like just tag teaming up is just going to be the better option here, because like basically it's Moore and King out here for the time being to just go and keep on pummeling down with this guy. Just going to quickly heal up on Esther before things start getting crazy. Now, if you guys are going to probably say as Prox, will we be able to actually befriend out with any of these little mini bosses that are going to be here? Unfortunately, that is not going to be something that you cannot go and do either. So yeah, even though that later on we are going to have to go through different bounties where there is going to be like different form changes of some of the previous bosses that we have when encountered out with, those guys are something that we cannot go and befriend at all. So any type of little mini boss or even the bigger bosses that'll happen later within some of these bounties, no befriending at all. Unless if it's like a regular familiar or something that we could go and probably do. But now we're all the way back over here, back over at the Swiss Solutions, and let's go and finally claim our reward and actually get to see where it's going to happen from here. And we are going to get a free 800 gil, so if you haven't really went and gotten any type of money yet, make sure to go and do these bounties, because they will help you out big time. So we got a Sacred Dagger, and wow, look at that. Our merit stamp just got up some pretty nice good stuff right there, almost close to the finish line for that one. But anyways, I'm going to end off this episode for today, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one, and let's see what else is going to happen from here. Oh, right, yeah, we're going to check out and see what the Sacred Dagger is, yeah. Unfortunately, the Sacred Dagger is very not that great for what my guys are all about there, unfortunately. Maybe we'll keep it for a beginner type of familiar at some point later, but anyways, I'll see you guys then, and of course, peace.